So going to our next question, do you guys feel like gender roles have truly switched? Is there such thing as gender equality or inequality? We'll start with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Please enlighten us.
okay, so I'm gonna keep it as real as possible.
Go ahead.
Raw.
Yeah. So a lot of men have become a little feminine.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh,
And a lot of women
Ooh.
becoming a little dominant.
little masculine, masculine,
Yeah.
and feminine switching. Yeah.
But you know what? It takes an alpha to tame that dominant female.
Mm-hmm.
If you an alpha male, I bet you could tame her.
Mhm.
But a lot of men isn't alpha nowadays. Like I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
they not alphas nowadays. But a lot of females, I like.
So do you feel like why is that? Why is that the case? Why are men becoming more feminine, as you say?
Are they gay?
And well, that's a whole. I was.
I mean, nothing wrong with it. But like, if you gay, be open about it. But a lot of men sometimes is getting in the bisexual role.
Well, I wanted to ask you is like, why do you feel women feel the need to be alpha? Like, where did that switch came? Because it used to be very traditional. You know, the man was the dominant provider and person in the household, and the woman followed the lead. Where now we're seeing in today's time, that's not the case no more in modern times.
See me?
When did the switch happen?
I feel like females, when they started getting their own bags, and they feel like, you know.
Which goes back to that equality that
Yeah.
y'all wanted,
Welfare.
that women wanted.
Yeah, but me, I'm old school.
Okay.
I still like it to where I could submit to a man. Like, I
Okay.
love a man to bring out, I like a man to bring out my feminine side.
Mm-hmm.
Just because a woman is an alpha don't mean that she
Mhm.
don't like for a man to bring out her feminine side. See, that's where that alpha tame her. That's like a lion with a lioness.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But the men got to keep they got to come correct.
Yeah. What's her name? She said, if you could teach me how to lead. She was like, if you can't show me. What did she say? You know exactly who I'm talking about. She played on that movie. Jill Scott.
Jill Scott?
Yeah.
If you
She's like,
can't teach me
Jill
how to
Scott?
lead,
yeah.
don't expect me to follow you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's real.
That's real. Yeah.
That's real because spiritually, if you cannot teach me how to lead,
Mm-hmm.
financially, and just like be that role in my life to where like, hey, my daddy could look at you and be like, yeah, I could get my daughter up to him. You know? Stuff like that. Like, for example, if I stop on the side of the road and my car needs to be fixed and I have to call my daddy,
Mm-hmm.
we cannot continue.
Mm.
Like, that's where it goes on
Mhm.
with men is becoming more sensitive than women. Like, it's to the point they like to argue more. I mean, I don't have that problem now, but
Mhm.
yeah, I just feel like it's really crazy. Maybe.
Why do you feel like, and we can't, because we know that there are men out there who can be feminine at times.
Mhm.
Why are
It's
these
not
women attracting those guys?
because they maybe.
Why are they always getting caught up with the same dude? Because, like, them real ones are out there. Them alphas are out there. Them guys
That's
who
a
can
really
take
good
lead are
question.
out there. Why are they
That's a
always
really
going
good
after the
question.
same guy?
Because
Because
they're not
there's a
trying to
lot.
break
There's a lot of us.
patterns.
There's a lot of alpha males out there.
There's a
but
lot of good
it's-
men out there.
It's a lot of y'all that get caught up in the knuckleheads. So
So you depend on the woman. Like, I feel like this. Like, once her mindset changed, she began to love herself, and she figured out what she wanted. She set those standards.
Mhm.
It wouldn't be that problem.
She has to know her own identity.
Exactly.
And
Like,
what-
because if you don't know yourself, how could you sit up there? You can't be ready for the next person. You're gonna continue to make patterns. Eventually, that generational curse, got to get broken. And maybe it came from she didn't have a daddy to love her. Some women don't have their fathers around, and it becomes to where they start looking for love in the wrong ways. They really don't know how to love themselves. So
Ooh,
they
you
start.
Big
preaching?
facts.
Yeah.
You preaching?
And not only that, it could be broken, like you said, broken household, not
Mhm.
having the father, not having both parents, social media,
Yeah.
the music,
Man.
who we looking up to.
Yeah.
And as our males, our females, you know, it all
Exactly.
plays a part. We all have to take that in consideration for why, you know, our minds are so broken.
Exactly.
Man.
And you know, I wasn't born in a 2-parent household. I was
Mhm.
actually raised by my grandmother. So it's like I kind of understand. I used to kind of once be that girl. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be raw, you know. But once I started, you know me. But once I started figuring myself out, like I started becoming more in love and in tune with myself, I started understanding myself. I do things with intention now. If I'm getting in a tub, I do it when I bathe with intention. If I'm doing, just something, I do it with intention because I love me. So guess what? Now I'm attracting whatever I'm giving out.
Right.
So you just gotta figure yourself out, learn how to break those generational curses, and just go for it. Become your best version.
Definitely.
Shay.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Could you read the question again?
Do you feel gender roles have truly switched? Is there gender inequality or equality? Is it real?
I personally feel like gender roles, I'm not gonna say it has switched. I think that it's kind of the same. I just think that men are more comfortable with acting the way that they've always wanted to act. I don't feel like necessarily men are sensitive. I just feel like it's just something that was looked down upon in the past that they've always had to be,
Strong.
that
Overly strong.
Yeah, overly strong. But now, the world is changing. Our generation is making things differently. So I just feel like they're kind of just acting on that.
Yeah.
I also feel like more women are having to be more dominant because men aren't really sticking around. And I don't really know who to blame. I think both people are kind of to blame for both.
Yeah. Go ahead, finish your statement.
I feel like both people are kind of to blame for both. It's a lot of irresponsible things going on. People staying in situations that they shouldn't be staying in. Like, for instance, you have like a woman and a man. They may have like a friends with benefits type of relationship or whatever. She may get pregnant, but he doesn't want to really stick around, but she wants to keep the baby. And so it like forces her to stay up and take on that alpha role. You get what I'm saying? So, and he kind of wants to just do his own thing. Now, I don't know who to blame in that situation because both people knew what they were doing when they were laying down. So I just feel like it's a lot of irresponsible things like that going on, which is why women are having to like stick up and do what the man is technically supposed to do.
Right. You can definitely look at both sides can be improved. We can definitely put blame on women and men.
Exactly.
We can both be better. I will say, as far as the why men are acting the way that they're acting now, I think it goes back to something that women wanted, which is that freedom. They wanted that liberation. They wanted that freedom. So it's like men are like, okay, we see a lot of women out here, what they call them 304s or whatever, running the streets now. Okay, these are the type of guys that they want. This is the type of lifestyle that they want. They want that freedom. They don't want to be held down no more. Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to take you seriously no more. I'm just going to hit it and quit it. Or once I get what I want out the relationship, I'm out. Yeah, we can hang out. Yeah, but am I going to marry you? Nah. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, there's pros and cons to like having that freedom and that, because women have fought so much, rightfully so, for that equality. I just feel like there's also some bad aspects to it in a sense, because like now men are like, oh dang, like that's how they're acting. All right, bet. Like this is how I'm gonna act as a response. You see what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
I feel like women, a lot of women don't have that option. A lot of men was never going to step up and do that kind of thing anyway.
Here, let me.
The intention was never there.
Exactly. So I don't feel like it's a response mechanism. Like, okay, well, since you want to be out here doing you and running the streets and all that, I'm not going to do this. I feel like a lot of the times they were never going to do that anyway, which forces the woman to step up and do it.
Were they really given a chance to though? Do you think?
I don't know. That's why I believe both people are to blame.
Both at fault. Yeah.
It's both
definitely
because
at
there's things that women do that forces men to do that, but also the things that a lot of men are lacking forces women to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? So like a lot of you can't, in a relationship, somebody has to be dominant and take care of business. But if you have a man that's not doing what he's supposed to do, I mean, you have no choice.
Yeah. And also I go back, I feel like culture and influence is so pivotal. It's so crucial. The people that we're looking up to. I ain't gotta say no names. Y'all know who are the people in front that are pushing these messages. And these little girls, these teenagers, these young women, they see that and they like, oh, that's how I'm supposed to act. Dudes too. Oh, that's how I'm supposed to act. You know what I'm saying? And not really knowing that the message is demonic and it's tearing us apart.
Facts.
Go ahead. Peace.